Hello, good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we're on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Radio Justice Tamale, Radio Pando. We're live on X Spaces, Facebook live streaming, and on the myjoyonline.com app. The Midday News is proudly sponsored by Petrosol, your clean fuel in full quantity. Petrosol, always a delightful experience. It is also brought to you by Duraplast Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDPE pipes, and Water Tank, the only water storage with a level indicator. Where Duraplast goes, water flows. Coming up this afternoon, authorities of Tripoli District of the Northeast Region mobilized civilian volunteers to take over the running of essential public services in the Wenchiki and Dambo communities as public sector flee following renewed chieftaincy clashes in the area. Also this afternoon, many NPP MPs hang their boots as they bow out of Parliament following their decision not to return to Parliament after the party closed nominations in areas they have sitting MPs. And later in the bulletin, we take you to the Bree Botanical Gardens, where hundreds have gathered for the Joy FM family party in the park. My name is Faustina. Sarfo, thanks for choosing us. Thanks for choosing us. Now, authorities of Tripoli District of the Northeast Region say they're mobilizing civilian volunteer individuals to take over the provision of public services in the Wenchiki and Dambo communities. This is after renewed chieftaincy clashes last month forced many professional public sector workers to flee. Schools and health centers have remained closed, while socio-economic activities are yet to resume. There's more in this report.
More than a month after violent chieftaincy conflict broke out between two Anofo tribal factions, the Jabus and Fombrons here in Wenchiki, socio-economic activities are still far from being restored. Schools and health facilities remain closed, farmlands abandoned, and many other public services still unavailable. At least 7 people were killed and over 20 houses set ablaze, including houses that were rented out to and occupied by teachers, nurses, and other government workers. Following the attack, all public sector workers then fled the community and vowed never to return.
The rules for teachers who are not natives, people who are from the south, we have banned them, including their properties. Naturally, you don't expect these people to be happy. So I'm not surprised that they have actually deserted the place.
Well, let's go on the line now and speak to our correspondent who is on the ground monitoring the situation, and also speak to the regional minister. We start with the regional minister, Yadani Zachariah, who is director of the area. Unfortunately, I'm told that we don't have him, difficulty reaching him. Let's move on to other stories now. The governing New Patriotic Party on Monday closed nominations for constituencies where they have sitting members of parliament. Key members of the party in the current parliament will not be returning to the House. MP for Swami and Majority Leader Oseche Mensah Bonsu, First Deputy Speaker of Parliament, and MP for Bekwai Joseph Oseiwusu, Local Government Minister and MP for Otre Dan Kwekubotre, former Attorney General MP for Esikado Katang Joe Garte, Asin Central MP Kennedy Japan, and among other big shots within the New Patriotic Party who will not be returning to Parliament because they did not file their nomination to contest in the parliamentary primaries. And this is causing lots of concerns. Let's take you around the country now and bring you various reactions to this. We start from Kumasi in the Ashanti region, where 5 incumbent members of parliament will not partake in the upcoming New Patriotic Party's parliamentary primaries slated for the 27th of January.
The Ashanti region boasts as the region with the highest number of parliamentarians, with the New Patriotic Party holding a majority of these seats. 43 out of the 47 seats are on the ticket of the ruling NPP. But the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament and MP for Bekwai, Joseph Osei-Wusu, Majority Leader and MP for Swami, Osei Chairman Sabonsu, Emmanuel Mafo of the Oforikum constituency, alongside MP for Kwabri East, Francisca Oti Mensah, and Ahafwano South East Member of Parliament, are not in the race for the upcoming elections. With the parliamentary primaries in the offing, a significant number of the incumbent legislators in the region are filing nominations to retain their seat. At the Old Tafo constituency, Vincent Ekowasifwa is contending Dr. Sewa Donko after the two locked horns in the 2020 primaries. Having contested twice in the parliamentary elections of the NPP, Vincent Frimpong-Menu is making a third appearance for the Kwadaso seat. He is in a fierce contest with incumbent MP Kingsley Nyako. The Bantima constituency would see a tough competition between incumbent MP Francis Asenso-Boachi and Raphael Ejapong. In the Kwabri East constituency, 5 aspirants are contesting the seat after the incumbent MP Francisca Oti Mensah declared her intentions to opt out. Patrick Amakokofo, an aspirant, is optimistic of victory. He is fiercely contested by the former organizer and municipal chief executive of the constituency.
In the Western region, former Regional Secretary Charles Bisi will be contesting the Sikado Ketan constituency primaries. Correspondent Inyatalia Kwanza has more.
As the journey to the January 27th parliamentary primaries unfolds, Charles Cromwell Bisiu emerges not only as the contender for Sikado Ketan, but as an advocate for politics of respect and collaboration.
I've always advocated that competition brings the best out of people, and so insulting people on also finding out or trying to explore where people have failed so that you excel doesn't help. When I was a regional secretary for 8 years, I believe the first 4 years, NDC had 18 out of the 26 seats. We had 18. We didn't win the additional 80 through insults, but with work on the ground, finding out what is actually transparent, what the Ghanaian wanted and all that actually translated into votes for us. So insults does not translate into votes. So I have always spoken to them that, for example, when we're coming here today, I saw a lot of people coming with their motorbikes and all that. I called them and I briefed them that I do not want anybody getting injured. Even though I am going to be the beneficiary eventually, I do not want to be a beneficiary, become an MP where I've seen somebody maimed. So I advised them, so you can see that they actually came here in an orderly manner.
Let's head now to the Volta region because Member of Parliament for Ho John Peter Amewu is awaiting an acclamation. Fred Kwame Asare has more in this report.
A delegation of the New Patriotic Party electoral area coordinators in the Hohoe constituency submitted a parliamentary candidate nomination form on behalf of John Peter Amewu. At the close of nominations, Mr. Amewu was the only person to have submitted his nomination form, hence would contest the primary unopposed. The Hohoe constituency NPP chairman, Anthony Kondobre, said Mr. Amewu has a better portfolio to help maximize the electoral fortunes of the governing party and retain the Hohoe parliamentary seat.
In my capacity as a constituency chairman, I am convinced that the steps, the positive steps, the developmental steps that Honorable John Peter Amewu has taken, talk of the economic activities now blooming in our constituency, the developments, physical developments, human capacity building, all culminated into the fact that he is still winning the seat of the Hohoe constituency come 2024 December 7th. There's no two ways about that.
Let's do other stories now. Despite President Akufo-Addo's claim that his government has turned round the economic fortunes of the country, some Ghanaians say they are not experiencing it in their Christmas celebrations. According to them, they are experiencing dry Christmas due to the high cost of goods and services. They say the harsh economic conditions are not making the Yuletide enjoyable, but they are hopeful that things will turn for the better in 2024. Well, we'll listen to them shortly, but first, listen to President Akufo-Addo delivering his Christmas message to us.
I'm particularly glad that our nation has turned the corner following 3 difficult years we, and indeed the world, have faced. Inflation is being reined in, we're experiencing a relatively stable exchange rate, and growth in our economy is rebounding. We continue to attract investments, domestic and foreign, reinforcing our position as the gateway to Africa, and will remain a beacon of democracy.
Now let's head to the streets and find out what you have been saying.
But so if the Christmas is going well, like we will stay in the house, because now if you save the money within 3 days, you have to come and you have to go back and take the money back. Check fuel prices. Last year, Gary Olonka was like, let's say around 10 cities, but now if you go, it's like 15 to 17 cities. Tax at Tiama, tax bechi. If they walk, tax will come. Once the beer be 10 pesos, you think say with a joke. We are not enjoying it.
This Christmas hasn't been that insightful to us, like the way we expect it. Actually, but we thank God. I don't know, from the beginning, things, even before entering the Christmas season, and things have been actually down eventually. Yeah, even prices of goods being down and everything. We hope things would actually be okay with that one. Let's say prices of goods should decrease and everything. So with that one, we're just hoping for the best.
Me, I don't know, said today could be Christmas. Me, I don't know. You know, my brother tell me say today be Christmas. Me, I don't know say today be Christmas. I don't see anything. Money, wait to make us see. They waiting to take chop Christmas. You know be money. So money no day. Wait till we take chop the Christmas.
Well, Dean of Business School at the University of Cape Coast, Professor John Gachi, disagrees with the assertion that things would be better in 2024. Let's listen.
Definitely not so. We have various indicators to see whether the economy has turned the corner. The growth is undulating but not robust. Then if you take the segment of the growth for the economy or the sectors, you realize that industry has not turned any corner. If you take away the extractive sector from industry, manufacturing is not performing. Then manufacturing and industry in general have been saddled with multiple taxation, difficult environment to operate, very difficult to access credit, and even if you access it at very huge cost, that is translating into higher prices we have in the country. So these things have not been resolved, and there's no sign that these things are improving.
Well, now let's listen to other messages that has been pouring this Christmas. Well, the Vice President has a message for Ghanaians.
As we celebrate this annual festive occasion, we should let the merry go around to our friends, colleagues, neighbors, and the needy. Let the joy go around, let the love go around, and let the gifts and food also go around. That will make everyone's Christmas special and full. Let this season bring to our attention the fact that timeless impact starts with the birth of a massive mission from a little place that will last generations. Let us celebrate this occasion responsibly and safely.
Chief Justice of the Republic, Her Ladyship Justice Gertrude Togono, on her part, is asking all citizens to treat each other with fairness as they move on this festive season. In a Christmas message, she's saying that all of us should ensure we celebrate in moderation. While former Trades Minister Alan Tremonting, in his goodwill message to Ghanaians, also admitted that the year has been quite challenging, but hopes that things will be better in the coming years.
This year has no doubt been a tough and challenging one for all of us. But I encourage you, especially at this time, in the spirit of the season, to keep hope alive and persevere relentlessly throughout the coming year, knowing that God has in store for our dear country good things. As we learn in Jeremiah 29 verse 11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future with hope. We, the Movement for Change, believe very strongly that with the right leadership of vision, competence, integrity, and action, our beloved Ghana will rise again.
The Public Relations Officer of the Ghana National Service, ADO1, Alex Kignate, has bemoaned the incessant prank calls from the public to their fire station. He disclosed that the service has received about 600,000 prank calls this year alone. According to him, this is causing a delay in their swift response to serious fire outbreaks.
This year we recorded well over 600,000.
That's really bad. People just give you calls.
Right? You see, and if I tell you some of the silly things they say, you'll be surprised. People call in, and as much as, excuse me to say, some people even masturbate on our call lines.
Oh.
That's the truth. People call, and then when they hear the female call reps, when they hear their voice, then excuse me to say, you hear them jacking up. Those are preposterous.
And this is not a story you're making.
This is not a story I'm making. Right. People call, and then people call, and it's very uncomfortable. People call and they'll be singing. Someone will call and tell you, my wife's private party is on fire, come and quench it. You see, so, and you realize that the more, and parents also who leave their children with their with phones, the children call and they just insult some of our people. You see, when you do that, you are on the line and then you are holding the line. It's just like a mobile phone. Until someone gets off the line, you can't pick another call. Right. So when there's someone there wasting time or playing prank with us,
then the possibility of denying another person.
That's why someone would say, I've called that you're not picking. Not that we are not picking, but because instead of being each other's keeper, we look on unconcerned as people continue to perpetrate all kinds of silly things.
Well, you're still listening to the Midday News. My name is Faustina. Sarfo, we're taking a quick breather. When we come back, we'll take you to the Bree Botanical Gardens, where the biggest family event is happening currently, the Joy FM Family Party in the Park. Do stay tuned in.
When budgets are tight and money difficult to come by, you want to be sure you get the best value for your money. These are not times to be spending money fixing expensive engine problems because of cheap fuel and lubricants. Drive to a petrol source station today and buy your quality fuel and lubricants, and rest assured of fuel that lasts long and lubricants that prevent expensive engine problems. Hear the sound. Petrosol, clean fuel in full quantity.
The world awaits this. The journey begins in Accra. Prepare to witness a global spectacle. Africa's biggest theatrical venture, the second coming of Nkrumah by Lateef Abubakar.
Our independence is meaningless unless it links up with the total liberation of the African continent.
Experience the fusion of captivating drama, vibrant dances capturing the spirit of Africa.
Freedom!
Live at the Accra International Conference Center, 28th, 29th, and 30th of December 2023. 2 shows each day, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Dial star 711 star 10 hash to purchase or visit theafricanfestival.com. Tickets are also available at Kuala, Airport Shell, Joy FM, and Bachona Total. Call 0571 900 900 for details. The second coming of Nkrumah, Africa's biggest theatrical venture, is brought to you by MNC Group Global in partnership with Joy Entertainment and Graphic News Plus app, powered by the African Festival.
Picture this, a star-studded panel featuring Africa's most inspiring speakers, award-winning artists, surprise guests, and 30,000 minds coming together for a day of empowerment and inspiration. This is what awaits you at the convention on the 7th of January at the Independence Square. Whether you're a dreamer, a doer, or someone seeking inspiration, this event is for you. Mark your calendars, gather your friends, and join us in making history. Join us for a groundbreaking event where African leaders like Julius Malema, Patrice Lumumba, Dr. Arikana, and Peter Obi unite to amplify the voices of the people. Experience a powerful convergence of cultures with giveaways including 4,000 pairs of shoes, 8,000 pairs of trainers, and exclusive items from superstars, royals, queens, and kings. For tickets and more information, visit newafricafoundation.org or call 0532 389032.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Thanks for staying with us. Now, former minority leader Haruna Idrisu is asking the Works and Housing Minister to hand over the abandoned Saglemi affordable housing project to the Ghana Armed Forces. The project has been abandoned since 2017, with several wooden and electrical installations stolen. The Tamale South MP says it is unacceptable that government will spend millions of dollars on such a project and yet leave it to rot.
Mr. Speaker, is my considered view. I'm sure I've shared it with the minister before. This back and forth on Saglemi, declare it a dedicated facility for the armed forces of Ghana and ask them to go and complete it and live in it. You cannot invest over $200 million in a project. And today you are still telling us that there was financial loss presumptively, or there is financial loss today, when your military are struggling for houses around that area. That is state resources. Whilst you do other things you want to do, give us Saglemi housing to the Ghana Armed Forces and ask the military to go and complete it. They too, they must provide labor. Nobody is going to pay them for it. I'm sure, Mr. Speaker, they will be happy to do that. Public service workers, generally in Ghana, their problem is accommodation. I think some of the lands, prime lines, we should dedicate it to public service workers. And Mr. Speaker, I say this because even as far back, I then engaged Ebenezer Ampar Bank of the Public Sector Workers Union and the TUC. If you build and ask them that every man lose 200 to 500, and he knows that he has decent accommodation, he won't go paying those ridiculous 50,000, 100,000 in lieu of rent. So government should prime those lines to do high-rising buildings and stop selling it to ourselves.
Meanwhile, Deputy Ranking Member on the Works and Housing Committee, Andrew Dari Chiwike, is reiterating his side, warning government against selling the property to private developers.
The project that we have done, you visited that site. You saw the level that we got to. This government allowed their party boys to go in and pick the doors, they picked the glasses, they picked everything. Sink, they remove the sink of the building. All these things are what is going to increase the cost of the project. That project, if well done, should serve Ghanaians. That is why he's the president. He should be able to find resources to complete that project. He should not go about saying that it will be expensive. So we should abandon it. Is that the idea? If it will be costly to complete the project, should we leave it to rot? The level that we got to. As a president, we have used taxpayers' money to build houses up to the level of just furnishing. Then you tell me it will be expensive to complete it, so we drop it and go and start something afresh. Well, I thank God President Mama came clear and told Ghanaians that for him, if he comes to power, he will continue with uncompleted projects and complete them. And so for us, I know this project that they have cut short with, even if they go ahead to do it, they can't complete it. I'm assuring Ghanaians that if we come back to power, NDC comes up to with President Mama as our president, we will complete that project for the people of Ghana to use, and we will complete the Saglema project again. And that is why we have warned that any investor, any private investor that will show interest in buying the Saglema housing project, the person should think twice, because that project is not for sale. We must complete it with government money.
Now, hundreds of families have gathered at the Abri Botanical Gardens for the 2023 Joy FM Family Party in the park. They are taking part in various competitions, enjoying some good music and food, and there are many prizes to be won. Well, later in the day, they will be thrilled by Kwabna and Ifya. Maxwell Agbagba is there for us and now reports.
Under the breezy trees here at the Abri Botanical Gardens, I've seen long tables, perhaps long enough to feature in a world record-breaking attempt. Many families have gathered around them to eat and have a nice picnic. Some of the children I've seen here are enjoying theirs on the mat. I'm sitting around one of those tables where I've met a family. They have attended every Joy FM Party in the Park event. I've seen the big stage with line array speakers blaring out the right decibels of sound. Later in the day, Ifya, Kwabna and the Kwampa Band will be mounting that stage. Some meters away from where I'm sitting, I see the live band team also setting up very close to the Daddy's Corner, where there will be beer, there will be pork. I'm not a daddy yet, but I'll be a daddy today, you know what I mean? Let me speak to one of the families gathered here around the long tables, having a good time with the food. Hello, sir. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Bree Botanical Gardens.
Thank you.
You've been to every Joy FM Party in the Park event. What's the experience been like for you?
It's been very thrilling. In fact, the whole family have enjoyed it. They can't afford to miss any of the programs.
Yeah.
And this one too is no exception.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see your 2 children here.
There are 3.
Oh, 3 of them.
Yes.
Hi, what's your name? You want to talk to me? What's your name?
Mary Saki.
Mary Saki. Tell me, what do you want to do here? You want to take part in a dancing competition, I guess?
Yes.
Okay, dancing competition? Okay. What about you? What's your name? Samuel Saki. Samuel, tell me, what do you want to do here? Dancing you want to take part in dancing competition?
I want to have fun here.
You want to have fun? You want to play games as well, I'm sure?
Yes.
Great. Let me talk to mommy. Hello, mommy. Hope you're having fun.
Yes, I am.
You've been to many of our Party in the Park events, huh?
Yes. This happens to be the second time.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Tell me, are you loving it?
Yes, I'm over loving it. And loving it is an estimation. I'm over loving it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you are doing so well.
Thank you. And then this is your third child? Oh, okay. Hi, what's your name?
Esther Saki.
Esther Saki. Esther, are you having fun?
Yes.
You love it?
Yes.
What do you want to... What activity do you want to take part in?
The games.
Which activity do you want to take part in? The games? Oh, you want to play the games. The soft archery, we have paintballing and more. You want to take part in all of that?
Yes.
Okay, definitely. So you just had there from one of the families, one out of the many families, gathered here. Hi, what's your name?
I'm going to also Abinam.
Oh, tell me, are you having fun?
Yeah, of course.
Mommy, daddy, they are all here?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're having fun with them?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, a lot to see here at the Bree Botanical Gardens. A lot of families are coming. I've seen many of them taking part in the games, playing the games. The team that will be engaged in the, that will be supervising the cooking competition is also setting up. And everything is going on well here. A lot of families trooping here to the Bree Botanical Gardens.
Maxwell Agbagba is on the ground. He joins me live with more. Maxwell, I can see you are having fun. What's happening currently at the Bree Botanical Gardens? I have to unmute so that I can hear you clearly. I'm asking currently what's happening. I could see a lot of excitement on social media, especially with families sharing tweets. It's so much fun, I know. What's happening currently? Tell me more about the Daddy's Corner. Unfortunately, I don't have Maxwell. Let's move on to other stories now and talk about the sing-a-thon. Ifa Santua has so far been singing for 48 hours. Her desire to break the Guinness Book of Record for the longest singing streak ever has garnered widespread backing from a lot of Ghanaian celebrities. Notable celebrities such as Sina Soul, Shatta Wale, Kwame Eugene have all passed through the event center to express their solidarity.
That's God's energy. I want to give her God's energy. I want her to feel like God is here and God is going to see her through. And that's why I touched her. And I like the way she connected to me. And that is what we need, because I believe Ghanaian musicians need this kind of support. And I think I just like her spirit. That's all.
Right. With this task taken upon herself, she's not a musician, but she's doing this. I mean, what does that mean to you as a musician?
Well, it's just a message she's trying to send. She's just trying to make everybody understand musicians are very important. And we need this support. See everybody around from Ghana supporting her, from America, every Ghanaian everywhere in the world is supporting her. And I think this is a time we need to take musicians serious, because when we take our craft serious, this is how it's going to look like. And I think Ifwa is an angel to us. She's just trying to elevate Ghana music and the way we think. This is how we support our act, and I so love it.
So she's done a couple of your songs. How does that make you feel, seeing or hearing her sing word for word?
Yeah, you know, I was marveled though, and I was like, if I have a fan like this, why shouldn't I come support her? You know.
Kwame, let me ask you this. Ifwa is not a musician, but she's doing this, and she's doing this for Ghana. What does that mean to you as a musician?
I think she's doing something all of us never dared to try. I think it makes her really special. And I love the fact that she's not doing just things just for herself, but for the whole of Ghana. I think we hold her high in esteem. So it's big.
Well, we wish her all the best, and we're still counting down. We know she has at least another 48 hours more to go. So wishing her all the best. Now, all roads leads to Abri Botanical Gardens. If you're not there yet, please drive there because you're not late. The food is there. There's kebab. I can't wait to. In fact, I'm leaving the studio right now to hit the road, myself and my producer, to ensure that food, yeah, that's the main agenda for today. My name is Faustina Sarfo. For more news, please log on to myjoyonline.com. Have a pleasant afternoon as you enjoy the rest of our program.